Hi guys, Lady Random here and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. It's gonna be a bit of a wing it episode today. To be honest with you, I've not had a great deal of time sort of over the last week. It is Sunday the 13th of August. I have spent, well, most of yesterday. Oh, perfect. Lovely, some more wood, just what we needed. I spent yesterday at work. We have a new computer system coming in, albeit, well, hopefully, if it all doesn't go horribly wrong, but in the next sort of couple of weeks or so at work. So I have been involved in the testing for that new system and also in the test migration from our old system to our new system, which we did yesterday. So that basically was my day. So I was in the office quarter to 8ish, 7:30, quarter to 8 yesterday morning, and I got home about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So haven't had a great deal of time to prepare. So been busy also working on the inventions videos as well. So it's going to be a bit about winging it today. So not that it's going to be anything that I haven't, oh, missed that one, I haven't wanted to do. I just haven't done the prep work for it. So hopefully we'll have access to everything that we need. Hopefully. And I just actually want to get rid of this, don't I? Let's just... There we go. Let's get rid of our XP. Hopefully we'll have everything we need. Now, one of the things we were looking at was trying to get a villager soul in a soul vial. And we've just gathered a whole load of rubbish. And I want to be using this area here, which is the area that we set aside to start with for Botania. So we are going to be doing a bit of Botania today, or that is the plan at the very least. Anyway, let's get rid of those very quickly. I've just got a few bits in here. Before we do that though, I have been busy with our inventories here. So I've actually got the enormous inventory system and also our originally tiny inventory system. So just very quickly, we'll just recap on those as to actually how easy these are to make, if we can spell anyway. So tiny inventory system. So we'll kind of work backwards. So we could get the storage warehouse, which is the next thing. We are up to here. So that is a huge inventory system with the chassis plates, chest and the dark iron bars, pretty much in the same way as we had the tiny. To get the huge you need the large, so same structure there. To get the large you need the big, to get the big you need the medium, medium you need small, small you need tiny. So it took a little while. But we did get there. It just meant that we have got a reasonable amount more storage space. I've just got a couple of chests set up. I've got these set up into pools. So what they should be doing is pulling in the items. So they are separate inventories. But you can access it all through here. We've got our crafting area. We've got a return area. But we've got access to everything contained within that. Which is cool. Provided we have power anyway. Which was a thing I logged on earlier, and I was like, yeah, we have no power. So, Botania. So, when it comes to Skyblocks and Botania, you are considerably more limited. We are just collecting up the stuff, aren't we? Hi, Googly Eye Cow. You are fairly limited, because you're like, well, I'm in a Skyblock. How on earth do I actually get flowers? As you can see, none of them are growing. We haven't collected any seeds at all to do with Botania. How do we get the flowers that we actually need? Now what there is a fertilizer that you can actually make that helps with all of this, which is this stuff here, which is floral fertilizer. So that's Botania floral fertilizer, dead easy. You just basically need yellow dye, red dye and bone meal. And what do we have an enormous amount of? We have an enormous amount of red dye. we have an enormous amount, or we did have an enormous amount of yellow dye. I think probably we have got some, yep, got a bunch of yellow dye there. And bone meal again, if I can remember where I kept the bone meal. Did I take the bone meal and put it all into the inventory system? Maybe I did. Let's have a look and see if we have any in here. We've got 46 there, so we've got 47. To be fair, that will probably do us for what we're actually needing. Why have I got a yellow egg in there? I don't know why I've got those in there. Never mind. We'll leave them there for the moment. So, we need our fertiliser is made with the bone meal, our yellow dye, and our red dye, and that will make us 32 of those, and that means we can stick this lot. Let's just whack this lot into here for the moment. I don't really need the eggs in there. That can go into here. Perfect. So we've now got our floral fertiliser. Have we got any? Yes, we have. Woohoo! Potato, potato. So what we need to do now is basically use this in the same way that we would use bone meal. But what that will do is that will give us all of our various Botania flowers that we're actually needing. Hi! Can we... Oh! Googly eyes. Where'd you go? You've gone over there. That's fine. You will stay over there. So what we'll do, we'll start breaking some of these and gather that. And I have done some of this already. So I did get the Botania achievement already for this. Where is your hitbox? There it is. Always the hitbox on these is always just kind of a little bit wonky on the flowers, isn't it? That's one of the things I've noticed. But yeah, I have already made some floral fertiliser. I did already start gathering some of the flowers that we actually need for this. So hopefully we should have everything that we need to actually get started. But we are going to start just getting our basic Botania set up, because where I actually want to get to is for our villager. I always miss the grey ones. Always miss the grey ones. Is this, which is the Cocoon of Caprice. Or we can spell that. So it's this thing here. So the Cocoon of Caprice is an item that is used for spawning villagers. So we need string, we need mana steel, and we need a fell pumpkin. And the fell pumpkin is basically string, zombie flesh, gunpowder, and a bone. So that's actually pretty easy to make. The thing is obviously the mana steel. So to make the mana steel, we're actually going to need really to do our mana infusion. So we're going to need to start collecting mana. You know, we haven't got anything within crafting that we can do at the moment until we actually get a gas tier chicken. We can't start making mana steel. Loot bags, we could get it in loot bags. We haven't had any as yet. We haven't got any legendary loot bags. Yeah, obviously our mana steel chickens laying eggs, or chicken drops from mana steel chickens. But yeah, so it looks like to us really the easiest thing to do is probably to start with actually getting our mana steel together. So as you can see, we've got, let's put that into there. But we've pretty much got at least one of every flower that we actually need. I think we do still need, it's a few more of the white flowers we're actually looking for, which are those, and I think we need about 5 of those petals, maybe more. So let's carry on gathering those. Come on, play nicely, give us some nice white ones. Another orange. Yeah, it's not being very forthcoming with the white flowers, is it? It's actually quite wide-spreading by the looks of things. Some of these, because I didn't miss that one up there. Hey, another white one. Excellent. And another white one. Come on. I might as well. You've got 8 bits left. Let's use this up. Why not? Why not? Got plenty of the dark and the light grey. There's another white one. Excellent. Ooh, orange one over there. Got our black one over here. It's all Mystic Blue. Four bits left. Let's just throw them down, shall we? There we go. We didn't get any more white, sadly. So magenta, purple, grey, light grey, I think that is. There we go. Guessing that is all of them. Let's get these all into our chest so we can see what we've actually got. There we go. So we've got pretty much, well, we have got some of everything, so we've got 7 of those now. So we need to start making mana, effectively. So we need something that we actually need to collect our mana in, which is a mana pool. But first of all, we need to make this stuff. We need living rock. So in order to get living rock, we need a pure daisy. So pure daisy, we need to have chiseled stone and that, or any stone really that gets turned into living rock. But we need to make ourselves, first of all, the pure daisy. So our pure daisy, we need to use our petal apothecary, which we need to make as well, and that's 4 petals into the petal apothecary, and that will give us our pure daisy. So that's where we're going to start. So petal apothecary, pretty easy. So we can just do it just with cobblestone. So we need 4 cobblestone, 4 slabs, and we need a mystical white petal in order to make that. So if we go get ourselves, wow, just filling up my inventory with rubbish, aren't we, at the moment? Let's just throw again, just all of this lot, just into here for the minute. It's fine. Hi! Are we going to kind of try and get rid of you? This was probably a really bad idea. Really bad idea. This is a really bad idea. Just die. There we go. Yeah, we shouldn't have done that, really. Still getting my head around after playing so much in 1.7.10 that I cannot spam click in this, and I'm finding that really tough. Let's have a bite to eat. Right, so cobblestone, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, 2 of those. Why don't we get ourselves out of here? So we need white flour, and if we just put white flour into our inventory, that gives us 2 petals, which is good because that gives us plenty of stuff. So that goes there like so. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we go 1, 2. And that gives us our petal apothecary. Now we do need to actually fill this with water, so we will need a bucket. So I think if we have a click on here, we should be able to. There we go, water bucket. That'll work. Now what we can do is hopefully, I think, set this up with the reservoir and actually keep pumping water into it, so we're not sort of getting everything all over the place. So what I'm going to do though for the time being is I'm going to pop that here, and I'm going to pop the water into that like so. So that is our petal apothecary. So we now need to make our pure daisy. So in that we actually need, into our petal apothecary, we need 4 petals. So we'll need to actually get another couple of flowers of the white variety. So I think what we need to do now is into here, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need seeds, don't we? We need seeds. Right. Well, that's easy enough. It's not like we haven't got an absolute crap ton of those, is it? So why don't we grab ourselves a stack of seeds out of there. Can we get through here? No. Hopefully they've not despawned. So we need seeds. There we go. And that gives us our pure daisy. Now we could probably do with making a couple of these, if we are honest, just to speed the whole thing up. So we've already got those. Let's make one more. So we are going to need another bucket of water. So every time we use this, it's going to take a bucket of water. Hence the reason why we could probably do with getting ourselves either an infinite water source over here, or somehow fixing this up to a reservoir if we can. So let's get in there. There we go. So that is 2 pure daisies. So what we can do is, now we need, can we put this, we'll put it on the top there. Now we need a little bit of space around them. So let's go one there, and then we'll use the ones around that one. And let's go one here. And we can now do is go and grab ourselves a bit more cobble. There we go. Let's get a. Oh, no, that's not what we wanted. We wanted a stack of cobble. There we go. Let's just drop this lot off again. Okay, so what we now do is just place around our daisy. Now, does it work with cobble or does it have to be stone, actually? Might actually need to be stone. Living rock. Chiseled stone. I think it needs to be stone. It does need to be stone. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. We can do this. So let's very quickly, let's just grab that back. Like so. And what we'll do is we'll throw ourselves a stack of that in there. Because it's not like we're not going to go through it, is it? 8 of them. Boom. Let's pop that into there like so. We'll fill up our water bucket as well while we're over here. Can we reach that? No. Fill up our petal apothecary. And we'll get ourselves another bucket of water ready. We can keep all of these bits in here. So our seeds we'll keep in there. We'll keep our petals in there as well. Go. So that is sand. Let's put this lot. We'll just dump this lot again, just into here for the moment. Apart from you, so you can go there. Just while we're waiting for our stone to cook up a little bit. 6. Actually, go back into our little area from here. I think we can reach our furnace from here, can't we? Yes, we can. Okay, so that's the 8 to start with. Just to give you an idea, so boom, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as you can see, you've got particles that are coming off the pure daisy. And you give it a little bit of time. And what that will do is that will actually transform the stone into living rock. So you can see this one's not doing anything. This one is busy doing stuff. So that should eventually start changing that. Now there is a reason that I have gone for 2 of these. And that is because another part of Botania is that you actually need another type of block, which is living wood, which basically is made in exactly the same way as your living stone, but you use logs, which is kind of handy when you're next door to this here, which is our big old log farm. Is that, there we go. See, that's now starting to turn, and that's all now turned into living rock. So what we can now do with that is we can just vein mine that, and we can have a look into our furnace, and we've got another 8 ready. Perfect. So we can stick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, unlike some of the flowers that you will actually find in Botania, the daisies are not they're not blocks that will wear out or use up. They don't have any sort of durability or anything like that at all on them. There we go. Let's grab some of these, just see if we've got any more logs in these very quickly. It's probably worth gathering them if we can, because we'll be using them. There we go, a nice stack of them there. Try and coax this lot out the way. Get out the way, because I want to get out. Go on. Move, move, move. Thank you. There we go. So yeah, so living wood, same thing, literally. Oops. There we go. So that will make that into living wood. We'll mine our living rock. Do we have another 8 ready? We do. See, we're timing this so well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So we'll keep these bits just in here, just for safe keeping. Now we can probably make ourselves, in fact no, we should be able to reach from here. Yeah, we can reach from there. That's fine. So we need to make ourselves then the mana pool. So the mana pool is our living rock, arranged like so. I am going to make 3, because, to be fair, these can fill up relatively quickly. So it'd be nice. There we go. Start to turn into our living wood. Excellent. And we can again just use our vein miner on this. Boom. Gather that. And let's put the next load down. Oh, no. Misplaced that one. It doesn't really matter sort of how you place your blocks. But it's given us our living wood, it's given us our mana pools. So the mana pools, I think what I will do for the moment is I'm going to arrange them like so. In fact, let's just take it one along. I think we'll just move this torch over very slightly. Now, what we need is I think it's a mana distributor? A mana spreader, that was it. So mana spreader. That again is any petal, it doesn't really matter which. And that's your living wood. So we need to have 7 living wood. So we've got enough to make 1. We've got a petal, so we may as well just use that up for now. And that's, there we go, that is our mana spreader. So this is the item that we use, which we actually collect mana from various things. And I kind of almost want to have it set up a little higher. So why don't we just use a block of sand for a second. And we'll pop that there. And what that will do is eventually we will link it up. So that now links up with that. Now there is a I can't remember, is it a star? Is it a twig that we need? A living wood twig, dream wood twig. Can't remember what it's called. Is it a wand? Here we go. Now, is it Wand of the Forest? Is this the right one that we need to use? Is it Wand of the Forest? Why don't we just have a very quick look? Because hopefully, yes we have, there we go. We have our Lexica Botanica. We also have a hatchet, it seems, in our hand as well. Let's grab our Lexica Botanica. And we can start reading about some of these. So we've got our mystical items, so we need to get... let's have a look. It's not Rod of the Skies. So it's not that one. Let's go back. So generating flora, mana manipulation. This is what we're needing. So mana spreader, mana pool. We need a particular staff that we can actually use to link these, and I think it must be the staff. Ooh, gone a little bit too far. Let's stick you into here. I think it must be that staff of the forest. Now I want a pink one, so we need living wood twigs, which is easy. That's some more living wood there, which we do have. We're just going to use our pick. So 1, 2, 3. Is it 4 of those we need? No, 3 of those, and whatever petal you actually make. We've got. Let's go magenta, shall we? So we need 2 petals, like so. So it should be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So there we go, that's our Wand of the Forest. So this is the item that we actually use to bind our mana spreaders to our mana pools. So that one is now linked, I believe, to this mana pool. Now what we can do is actually, can we use this to move? Right, let's have a look at our book again. So that I am massively winging this. We want to have a look at the mana spreader. So mana manipulation, so the mana pool is for the storage of mana. So use a mana spreader, and any adjacent mana spreaders will pull mana from it into their internal buffers. Okay, so we need functional flowers nearby to draw mana from. So we want the mana spreader itself. So this is the block that allows mana to travel from point A to point B. When this block is placed on the ground, it will face one of 6 basic directions. By holding shift right on it with a Wand of the Forest, one can orientate it to the opposite of where it was clicked. This can then be pointed to other blocks with a wand in bind mode. So it has a small internal buffer of mana which will get filled up by generating flowers. This buffer can be viewed by looking at the spreader with a Wand of the Forest. So it needs to be right click with the wand to get accurate and adequate values. Okay, let's see if we can try to get this. So we need to shift and right click. So we need to shift and right click to there. So hopefully, maybe that does need to be on the ground. Let's have a look. Why don't we put it? So we want it here, don't we? And let's try to link. There we go. To that mana pool. So in theory that should do it. Now what we need is mana generating flora. So let's go back and we'll have a look very quickly at our generating flora. So you've got various different ones where you can sort of basically generate mana. So you've got the Gormarialis, which is a hungry flower, so that one you actually need to feed it. We also have probably the Rose Arcana is probably quite a good one. So this absorbs experience from the player onto the ground. It turns it into mana. So this all could be acquired from experience orbs in the world, not requiring the player to beat a method. This is less effective. So that we need to look at starting to make our flora. Some of the flowers need to be placed on a particular type of soil in order for them to actually work correctly. And I am struggling again to remember what this was called. So let's have a look. Is there anything in here? It tells us. So basics and mechanics. Right. So mystical flowers. Nope. So I think we'll probably try and have a little bit of a look more at this. And actually getting our mana production set up. Let's just have a quick, let's do. So we're shift right clicking. I wonder why that's changing colour. But we're linking, I think we're linking to here, aren't we? We're linking to there? I think so. I think that is linking to there. Yeah, that is pointing to mana pool, which is great. But obviously we're not actually generating any mana at the moment. So we won't have any mana collecting in our pool, but that is something we need to start. So I will have a look into this a little bit more. In the meantime, I'll make a little bit more living wood and living rock. But we shall start to sort of get our Botania stuff up and running. And hopefully in the next episode we'll be able to show you how we go about actually getting mana into our mana pools. But for now, guys, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we shall see you in the next one. Take care.